Hello and welcome to MK Sportscars. Today I'm going to talk to you about this. This is the very bright yellow Yamaha R1 inspired RX5 MC. So it's pretty obvious what's powering it, but let's talk about some of the other small bits that are on it, which is it's got fully rose jointed round tube chassis all the way through, so it's lightweight. Mazda front uprights and Mazda brakes front and rear on this particular vehicle, so it's like a donor vehicle using the Mazda diff, which is in the back, which I will actually pop up and show you. It's nice to see these things. It's not very simple process of our standard RX5, but with a motorbike engine basically. Very clean, very tidy. It's got a 4.1 diff in there and a 33 litre fuel tank, which incorporates the R1 bike pump underneath. Bit of safety, you've got our standard cross-brace roll bar. Moving into the interior, really nice and stripped out, simple process, trying to keep the weight down on these bike engine cars. This car will be under 500 kilos, very, very light. Nice black switches, these all light up nicely. In fact, we'll throw the ignition on, which is just under here. Uses the bike ignition key and everything else. And then you've got your nice switches for all your lights, everything here, horn, hazards, all of that really smartly done. Indicators and your standard bike gauges, which isn't also very impressive when you look at a standard car engine rev counter going to a measly 7,000. This goes up to all the way up to nearly 14,000. So is it a fun experience? It's an amazing experience because it's powered by this Yamaha R1 5VY motorbike engine. So it comes with, as standard then, your cow horn paddle shift, which is here for your 6-speed up and down on the gear shift with your cow horn, and then it's got an electric reverse to power it in reverse. This has all been built by Kestrel Institute. Fantastic build quality, nice paint job. It's freshly painted by them and the students there, done a really amazing job, and then gone through the IVA process and it's all registered, and you will be basically the second owner on it because it's down as a one owner on this from registration. But enough about talking about the yellow monster that it is now. You want to see and hear how it goes. Well, I sent Joseph and Lewis out for a little test drive. Let's see how she goes.
Me and Joe are sat inside an RX5 MC powered by a Yamaha R1 engine, and it sounds quite good, put it that way. Yeah, this thing definitely moves, put it that way. No. Yeah, it's not slow. Oh, hello. Actually just stupid. Excuse my French, but yeah, so a little bit about the chassis in the car itself. So as mentioned, this is an RX5, so it does have our RX5 chassis. So having the MX5 NB donor car, pulling some donor components off of that, and then obviously buying your donor engine as well in the R1. Putting that all together, and then you're left with this as your final outcome, which is a bit of a screamer. She loves high revving, with a rev limit up at 14,000 RPM, which is ridiculous. So to give you a little bit of history about this car, so if you're unaware, we do run something called the MK Cars for Schools program, which is basically a renewable education scheme which we had set up. So any colleges which teach mechanics can purchase a kit from us, use the lesson time with the students to teach them how to build a car and teach them how to tear apart a Mazda MX-5 NB. And then when it comes around to building the complete car, they can sell it again, make a profit, and then fund the next year's education for the brand new students which come in. So this car was built by Colchester Institute College and overseen by one of our technicians, which also does build factory built cars at our HQ. For those of you who want to know a name of the technician, his name is Adrian, so anyone that knows the team will know Adrian. So as you'd expect, this car has been built to factory build standards. A little change from a standard factory build is that this does actually have painted bodywork, and this leans again on the Cars for Schools program because you can get another group of students involved who are effectively painting bodywork, so it involves another group to aid in a final outcome of a car which everyone can sort of have their own piece and say that they had their own hand in building the car. So as far as the interior goes, obviously me and Joe are sat in the interior of the car right now with the standard GRP fiberglass seats. As I've said in many test drive videos before, they are comfortable, and they're definitely more comfortable than they look, and they make you feel nice and secure in the seat. I'm sure you guys have probably heard me say that about a million times by now, but with the 4-point harnesses, again, another thing which I've said plenty of times, but you do obviously feel very secure. You can tighten them as much as you'd like to make sure that you are really not going anywhere in the interior of the car. What you can expect from the car is basically exactly what you'd expect from any MK chassis motorbike engine car. It is ridiculous. It handles like it's on rails. It's got a very high revving engine which just runs adrenaline through your entire body, as you'd expect. It quite literally attacks all of your senses in one of the most visceral driving experiences you can probably achieve on UK roads. Now it's one thing this thing being a beast on the road, but with a bike engine you know it's going to be an absolute beast on the track as well, really putting it through its paces and taking it a little bit higher than what 70 mile an hour allows you to do on the road. Obviously any higher than that is illegal, and I cannot condone you to do any higher speeds than that on the roads. Now another thing which would definitely help your track day experience is the LSD which came out of the donor car as well. Obviously coming out of corners when an LSD is way better than having an open differential. It's going to be way more predictable, and you can really throw it out of a corner a little bit faster than what you would do with an open differential. So as I did mention before, this does have the brakes on all corners from the Mazda MX-5 NB donor vehicle, but just to make them that little bit better, obviously you've shaved a lot of weight off from the standard car, so your braking performance is going to be improved over from what the Mazda MX-5 NB offers. But we do have Mintex 1144 pads on here as well, so makes the bike a little bit better, and you can squeeze a little bit more braking performance out of those stock calipers. But in terms of road use and comfortability, obviously I'm not going to sit here and say that you'd want to be doing 1,000,000 miles in a bike engine car, because you've got a lot of exhaust noise in your ears at all times. But I mean, if you're mad enough to sit there and listen to that exhaust note for a relatively long drive, then in terms of comfortability you're going to be absolutely fine. Maybe a pair of earphones may help drown out a little bit of the exhaust noise, but yeah, I mean I'm nice and comfortable in here, and I don't think that would be an issue with a long drive. It's more of the bike engine side of things which might get a little bit tedious on a long drive, but on a short drive, blitz, really kicking its head in, that's where you want it to be, right up in the close to red line at 14,000 RPM. That's where this engine is really gonna sing its praises and be fully enjoyed. And if you're the type of person to buy a car and not rev an engine all the way out, don't even think about it. This thing does get a lot of attention though, because everyone is wondering, what is that exhaust note? It does not sound like a car, as you would imagine. We've got a fair few smiles just going on a short drive around in this today, and if you was the person to own this car. Obviously you're going to love it as much as everyone else is, so it's nice to get a refreshing opinion from everyone that sees this car. Now, if you're interested in this vehicle, it is located down at our factory in Braintree, and if you want to come down, get yourself in the passenger seat and go out for a rip to see if this is something that you would be interested in taking home with you, then feel free to book in a factory visit either via email or go over to our website and book yourself a slot over there. The price this car is listed at is $15,995, and for a 2024 chassis, this really is a lot of bang for your buck. You're not going to have anywhere near as much fun in something else that you can find in a similar price range. With that being said, it's all well and good me telling you it's all good, but come down to the factory, get yourself in the seat that I'm sitting in and see it for yourself. So that marks just about it for this RX5 MC test drive. If you've enjoyed the video, please leave a like and subscribe if you are new, and we will catch you next time.